Now, what are you doing for summer this year?
I'm going to British Grand Prix.
And that's it?
That's it.
Right, you're aware that lasts about 3 days. Yeah. The summer is months. Okay, and so what, are you going to try and make it last artificially longer than it should have done? Keep the cars going, kidnap drivers, maybe just force them like some kind of horrible version of Speed? Well, okay, please don't do anything illegal, because I know the audience, I actually know her. Please don't kidnap anyone. I cannot emphasise this enough. Okay, hello sir. What's your name?
Charlie.
You look like you have to think there, Charlie. Is it actually your name?
Yes.
Oh! You're testing me. So what are you doing, sir?
Finding a job.
Finding a job? Oh no. So, I don't know, he just seems to kind of, because, what year are you in? So you finished your degree. When did you finish your degree?
Today.
Hey, well that's nice, isn't it? Some cheer for your degree. And what was your degree in?
Ethics, philosophy, and religion.
Right, so what job are you seeing with this? That's worrying, Charlie. Come on, you're going to need to work with me here. Right, let's find a job for Charlie. So Charlie, you do
Ethics, philosophy, and religion.
ethics, philosophy, and religion. Okay, so can someone think of a job that Charlie might have with ethics, philosophy, and religion?
Politician.
A politician. Okay, hello, sir. Who I don't know. I'm introducing you next. What's your name?
Jack.
Okay, so why do you think Charlie should be a politician?
It was just the first thing that popped into my head.
So no thought when is that?
Politics on the mind.
Come on, Jack. I'm trying to build a brain trust here. Right, Jack. What are you doing over the summer?
I'm going to my brother's wedding.
Well, that's lovely. What's your brother's name?
Chris.
Okay, and do you have like some kind of special role in this wedding?
They wouldn't let me.
You have a role for your brother's wedding. This is tragic, guys. It's been what have you? Did you do something horrible to your family?
No, that's not that I'm aware of.
Oh, he did. He did. He's not telling us, guys. Oh no. Right. So, are you actually allowed to go to this wedding? Were you invited?
Between you and me, no, but...
So you're... Oh my God, guys, we've just found a wedding crasher. Guys, Vince Vaughn's here. Yeah. Oh, you never see stars here. Bloody hell, what was, any of the Vince Vaughn's films that I can't remember?
They were all terrible, but I made a lot of money.
There you go, very much Vince Vaughn's philosophy on filmmaking and life. I'm going to go to one last person. Let's go to this. Let's go to the second row. You look scary. Hello, sir. What's your name?
Joe.
Hello, Joe. And what are you doing over the summer?
Also getting a job.
So you're just getting a...
You know.
You know? I don't know, Joe. This is why I'm asking. Come on, let's be best friends. Oh, loneliness. You've come back, haven't you? So you want a job as well. So what's your degree?
English.
Okay, I also do English, so I'm aware that we're both fucked in terms of job prospects. But can anyone think of a job? You do it. Clearly, you do English as well, don't you, sir? We're all in the same horrible sinking boat. So can anyone think of a job that Joe could have as an Englishman? Laughing's not. Come on, guys. Let's work. Hello, madam. What's your name? I know your name.
Yes, you do.
Hello, what is it for the purposes of this video?
Alex.
Hello, Alex. So, what job do you think Joe could do?
You could be an English teacher.
You could be an English teacher. I did teaching for a year, and I hated it, and it was awful. But it does pay. So, ooh, money. Yeah, no, I really like summer. One of my favourite things about summer is festivals. A lot of people go to festivals, and I went to a festival called Wireless. Have any of you heard of Wireless? It's quiet enough in this room that I can hear people go, I'm having the best day. No, so Wireless is a lot of kind of hip-hop acts. So I went to go see a rapper called 2 Chainz. Has anyone heard of 2 Chainz? Okay. Yeah, good amount of appreciation for Mr. Chainz. I don't know a lot about 2 Chainz. I kind of know his jewellery situation. 2 Chainz. Okay, right. I'm allowed one. So I went to go see 2 Chainz with my friend Alex. We're going to stay here until he plays a song called The Birthday Song. We'll hear the first 2 lines of that, and then we'll leave. Okay, so we waited there. Mr. Chains came out in all his regalia, entertained the crowd for about 6 songs, no birthday song. Then he stopped everything and went, right, it's time for the birthday song. And he walked to the front of the stage and said this: "She has a big booty, so I call her Big Booty." And Alex said, "We're done here." And I went, "Yes." Because it's just an upsetting lyric, to be honest, because I don't think that woman wants to be known by this. I don't think she grew up to steer out to a certain length and just went, "Well, this is me now." No, she didn't, Mr. Chains. And plus, why are you calling it the birthday song? That isn't the birthday song. That person goes, "Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, blah, 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 happy birthday to you." I can only assume that a birthday party at Mr. Chains' house is a horrible affair. Where like 2 Chains' nephew, like 6-year-old nephew's going, "Ah, Cole, I just want some cake." "Okay, we'll sing you the birthday song." "Ah, Uncle Chains, I don't think you really understand this at all." No, don't worry, little Timmy Chains. Here's how I see it. Right, so you're 6, right? Yeah. Now, she has a big booty. I'm going to stop you there, Uncle Chains. This is the worst party ever. Now that I've got the mood up, guys, I think it's time for me to bring on my first act. But first, 3 basic rules. 1, phones on silent or turned off, because, you know, if your phone goes off, it makes a horrible noise up here. It makes me think like the apocalypse is coming, and none of you want that. And also, if it goes off, I will answer it. I will talk to your parents. I'll convince them to adopt me, and I'll be your brother. And if I've proven anything in the last 5 minutes, you don't want me living with. The second rule is, please don't talk during the acts, because it's very much a one-way street. If you want to talk to someone, talk to me. I'm alright, you know, I've got interesting things about rap lyrics. And the third one is, which to be honest I don't think really applies here, don't bother the camera over there. We use that to film it, put it on YouTube.
Are you just talking to me?
I'm mainly talking to you, sir. What's your name?
My name is Adam.
Really, my friend.
I'll go with that.
Okay, just don't bother the camera because, you know, it picks up sound stuff. So, so basically, are you ready for our first act of the evening? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to pick on the people that I've spoken to already. So I want Lizzie, I want Charlie, I want Joe, right? I want you all to start clapping up a storm and everyone's going to join you, alright? So we can work on our first act. This is Jack Maidment. Are you ready, guys? Are you ready? Yeah? You're both doing that? Okay, so, go! Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Jack Maidment!
Good evening, thank you, Lancaster, all 10 of you. You know, it's nice for you to come. So yeah, I'm going to start off with a question. What's the longest relationship that you've ever been in? Just shout out.
Too long.
Sir, I pity you. Some numbers? 2 years. Longest one. Okay. When I say shout out, I mean like sort of like quietly talk. But no, I'd make a terrible teacher. No, the longest relationship I was in was for 3 years. Okay, and it was the happiest 3 years of my life. And of all the relationships I've had, that's the one I've taken the most seriously. It's the one I keep most close to my heart. This was from the start of year 3 to the end of year 5. It was a primary school relationship. Remember having those primary school girlfriends, primary school boyfriends? It was great. It was a more innocent time because nobody actually knew what a relationship was. I mean, we got the first vague idea. You know, it's like, and it was just a more innocent time. There was no hassle. No drama, just love. And, you know, it was the first sort of like vague idea of what a boyfriend was, what a girlfriend was. It went somewhere like, "Hi Susie. Hi Ben. Will you go out with me?" "Yeah." "Okay, cool. Listen, I'm seeing Alan in a minute. I'm gonna have to break it off with him, so. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Hi, Alan. Hi, Susie. Look. I'm sorry to do this, but I'm leaving you for Ben. He's a better man than you. Yeah, nobody hopscotches like he does. Okay, Susie. Okay. Please. Don't make a scene. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Alan. Hi. Well, listen. Susie left me. Oh, that's a shame. shouldn't deserve you. You know, I think you hopscotch better than them. I think you hopscotch just fine. Yeah. So do I. Yeah. Anyway, do you want to be my girlfriend? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, want to go on the swings? Well, I'd rather go on the roundabout. You never let me get my own way. Now I know why Susie left you. You know, it was really just more innocent time, but you know, I mean, and you know, some kids would have like 3 relationships in one day. They were very much the 8-year-old Lotharios of primary school, very much the prepubescent Casanovas, you know, if you will. But I wasn't like that. I was very committed to my primary school relationship. Instead of having like 3 relationships in one day, I had 1 relationship in 3 years, and I tell you, I was in love. I remember her name, Philomena Smith. And me and Philomena Smith used to play together, you know, laugh together, talk together, you know, all that shit. And yeah, so we were in love, you know, and we took our relationship that seriously. She had me tested for cooties. Now, I know they don't exist. I knew back then they didn't exist. But you know, when you're in love, you know, you do anything for your girlfriend or boyfriend, you know. So that means I had to make an appointment with the play doctor. It was the play doctor at lunchtime, and basically, testing for cooties is weird. It's a really weird sort of like scientific process. Basically, what happens is you get 3 people in a row. We'll use you 3. Let's demonstrate. You get 3 people in a row, and then you say an incantation, and that determines which of these 3 people have cooties. So basically, it's been scientifically proven. I swear to you, it's basically like so 3 people in a row. The cat's got the flu, the monkey's got the chicken pox. Sorry, Maddie. I've made him move away, you know. It's very contagious. Money joke. So yeah, I was the EU in that. I was tested positive for cooties. They prescribed me 2 weeks of eating grass and doing hopscotch. Yeah. But like me and Philomena Smith loved each other, you know. And we were very much in love, but like any other relationship, it got strained, and the troubles really came into our relationship when we met the in-laws. And so I went over to her house, you know, one evening, very much a play date night, and basically I was watching CBBC, you know, like a good little boy. And her dad, this big burly fella, comes in and he sits down and he snatches the remote from me and he puts on Sky Sports News, and I think, you know what? I don't like that guy. I don't want him at the wedding. I mean, he couldn't come to the wedding anyway. It was in the middle of the day on a playground. That would have been weird. He was a working man. He was a working man. It kind of just didn't fit, you know. But mainly it was because of that incident. But she didn't get along with my mother either. It works both ways, you know. We were riding bikes in the park one day, and my mum came to pick us up, and she made a comment to Philomena Smith. What she said to Philomena Smith, obviously got her in the back, got the bikes in the back. She went, "Hi, Philomena Smith. So you've got a Dora the Explorer bike? Ah, right. You're one of those girls, are you? I'd be careful with this one, Jack." Oh, yeah. Yeah, so after that comment, her and my mum weren't on good terms, but story has a sad ending. Sorry to say. Last day of year 5, just after the reading time, you know, we just finished reading Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment, I think, or was it The Very Hungry Caterpillar? I don't know, I get them confused. Similar, thematically, they're very similar. And this, you know, she was outside, went out to play. Saw her. That's where I saw her sharing a munch bunch with another kid called Derek. Derek was his name. And back then, you know, sharing a munch bunch with someone was basically cheating. Now it's a different type of munching. The thing is, with munch bunches, they're the most intimate of kids' yogurts. You know, because like the little fruit have faces on them, and you know, it's like what I'm saying to you is, it was cheating, and I made a scene, made a horrible scene. I said something I shouldn't have. You know, slapped the punch out of Derek. Derek was his name's hands. And I said, why would you do this to me, Philomena Smith? I thought we had a good thing going. And she said, Jack. Look, I understand you're frustrated now. But you've got to understand that you're too immature for me. Derek was his name, is in year 6 and is a library monitor. He can offer me the stability that you can't, I'm afraid. And then I did something I really shouldn't have done. I lashed out and I basically called her an arse head. Should have said bum, should have said bum, should have said bum! Bell rang, which, and she started to cry. I knew she was going to tell the teacher. That was, it was a dumb move. So, I took my punishment like a man, I was sentenced to 20 minutes of timeout. That's with nothing but a copy of Leo Tolstoy's War and Peace to keep me company. Oh, yeah. Gave me 20, I read it in 15. So basically I walked out wondering whether, after the 20 minutes of the quiet room, wondering whether I can make it on the outside world again, It's too slack, man, now. If any of you have seen Shawshank Redemption, you get that, but I realise I've just alienated the rest of the audience. Walked out of the quiet room, and she was stood there, Philomena Smith. Philomena Smith was stood there. She'd calmed down. And then she said to me very gently, very honestly, she said, look, me and Derek was his name, had been going on for weeks while we've been going on. So then she said to me, because of that, you might want to get tested for cooties. The cat's got the flu, the monkey's got the chicken pox, and so have... Well, you all know the fucking rest. Thank you very much, you've been fantastic.
That's Maidment, everybody! Well, let's get talking to the people and see how long I can get this things going before I start knocking stuff over. There you go. Hello, sir. What's your name?
Patrick.
Hello, Patrick. So what are you planning on doing over the summer?
Trying to get volunteering work?
So not a job?
Work placement failed.
Okay, well, no, just say you're doing it out of the good of your own heart. You'll endear yourself to this crowd. You'll become a hero, Patrick.
I don't want to be here.
All right, Patrick. Cowardly Patrick! You, Smallman, what's your name?
Ed.
Hello, Ed. So what are you planning on doing over the summer?
Got a job planned and hopefully going to Edinburgh.
Hopefully going to Edinburgh. Now, as someone who's actually supposed to be going there with you, I don't have this hopefully business. I want a firm yes, Ed.
A lot of stuff might happen, Dave.
Do you know something that we don't know? Do you know something about Edinburgh that we don't? Is Edinburgh going to sink? We've learnt things tonight, ladies and gentlemen, that we're never going to know. Oh, time to go back to the first row. Hello, madam. Hello, madam. Hello, Maddie, because I know your name. Because someone said that you had cooties, which... Yeah. Do you forgive me? Well, it's a rocky road from here on out. Okay, so what are you planning on doing over the summer?
I'm planning on getting a job as well.
Everyone's getting jobs, so no one's going on holiday anymore. No? Oh, you... Come on, people! Oh, no. Right, so what kind of job do you want?
I want something fun. See, that's my problem.
Yeah, what you mean, the lack of descriptions? Oh, something fun. Like what? Like jet skiing? Jet skiing's I've heard is pretty cool. But then, okay, so like a kind of standardised amount of fun.
On the fun scale, it would be kind of medium fun.
Okay, okay, Maddie. So I'm on the funometer,
Yeah.
right? I'm working on a solid. Is it a solid 5?
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
It's like a 6, maybe.
Well, okay, 6. Right. So what are you classing as a 6? I'm getting into this, guys. Strap in.
Good job. So
Yeah.
it wouldn't be a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
It could be hours come to it.
Right.
And I would think it would stress you, just like one week.
Yeah. So jobless.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Okay, so are you ready for me to bring on my next act, ladies and gentlemen? Hey! So, Maddie, Patrick, Ed, I need you guys to clap, and then when I clap, I shall bring on the brilliant Mr. Stephen Catling. Are we cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so start clapping. Everyone else join in. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Stephen Catling!
Alright, Lancaster. Lancaster, of course. Alright, so I've had exams recently, and I was thinking in the exams, wouldn't it be great if I was a book? Because, you know, I contain all the knowledge, and I won't have to do the exams, because I can't write, because I'm a book. I just get to sit on the shelf all day, lovely shelf, gathering dust, lovely dust, lovely dust. Me, the origin of species. Not the actual origin of species, of course, no. Charles Darwin, origin of species. I'm not responsible for all the biodiversity due to life. No, I'm just explaining it, because I'm a book. No, another great thing about being a book, get pushed around in a trolley by librarians, which brings me back to, you know, when my parents would push me in a buggy at the age of 17. They're like, oh, Mum and Dad, I want to go on the Postman Park ride. It's like, no, Stephen, you're too old. You can't stop me. Or, you know, you get carried around a student's bag, which, you know, brings me back in the time I was in a body bag, getting dragged to a river by a strange man. I woke up, the knife still in my chest, and I said, well, clearly this is your first time. I'll go easy on you. Wake up, yeah. Also, people will, you know, like librarians will be concerned when you go missing or you disappear, and will in fact charge for each day you don't return. £1. I mean, it's not much, but it's still something. I'm worth something to someone. Kind of like a reverse ransom to the kidnappers, but that wasn't the experience I got when I was kidnapped. My parents just kind of forgot about me. Which is why I don't have any toes and sleep with a bag over my head at night. It'd be nice if someone cared. Mom, Dad, please call me. I didn't die, I just faked it. Is it about the buggy? Dad? Well, Dad? Okay. And, you know, being a book, when, you know, my spine gets damaged and my very being starts falling apart, I don't have to worry about going to the NHS, because they'll discriminate me because I'm a book. They're not on the NHS. That would be stupid. Yeah. So, apparently, if you eat pineapple, your semen will taste like pineapple. Not me, because I'm a book. Which, I have a few questions about this. Who did this research? And how did they do this research? Did they go and get some volunteers and say, you know, do the deed, do the obvious, you know, do the deed, do the obvious, blowjob, wanking, or did, like a bad porn film set up, or did they do something else? Did they, you know, get them to do it in pots and then, you know, kind of give it away as samples to people like they do at supermarkets or farmers markets? Oh God, that's what they've been doing, isn't it? Oh God, they've been giving away semen, haven't they? I mean, if you think about it, they have lied about, people have lied about food before, like the Asda horse meat scandal. They said it was beef, but it wasn't beef, it was horse. Which, the fact I made that reference takes the phrase flogging a dead horse to a whole new level. I hate myself for that. Oh God. It's what? I mean, think about it. It could be true. Maybe somewhere in the world there's a farm, a horrible dairy farm where men are milked the horrible produce and force-feed pineapples. Eat more and eat more samples. more variability to the test subjects. Oh God, I mean, it's worse. I kept going back for more. I was like, oh, this is delicious. I've been eating, haven't I been eating semen all this time? Oh God. I mean, I told my friends about this and they said, Stephen, you need to stop. Just buy a pineapple. It's so much simpler. It's like, yeah, pineapple wasn't developed to be eaten without effort. It's so much simpler. Just me. Stephen, you've been doing this for 5 months. You're beginning to show signs of malnutrition. They've been taking drugs. I can't stop. I'm addicted. And anyway, I told the professor, they've been giving us, I've been eating semen again. He's like, oh, what's new? And then I explained it all to him, and he said, oh, don't worry, that's just a conspiracy theory. It doesn't happen. Take him out, and everyone who he's told. So remember to call your loved ones tonight. I fear for all our lives. Yeah, that's science, and I'm going to talk about what happens in science laboratory. Not that you probably want to know after what I've told you, but I'm a cruel man. When I went into the laboratory because I'm doing work there, they said remember sterilisation. Make sure you sterilise your tables, your glassware, and your sacrificial blades. Don't botch up any sacrifices like this student last year who botched his goat sacrifice, thus upsetting the old gods and invoking their wrath. Our results were inconsistent for weeks. Do you know how many virgin sacrifices it took to correct those error bars? A lot. Virgins are a dying breed now. Okay. Yeah. And, they also remind you, make sure when you do the dance to the gods of Legionella and Pneumophilia that you do it properly, lest you get Legionnaire's disease. Or make sure when you're doing the dance to the god of Chlamydia tracheomitis that you do that properly, lest you get whatever the fuck that gives you. And make sure when you're dancing to the god of ethanol to be careful, lest the god of Bunsen burners takes you in his fiery grasps and takes you to his fiery abyss for all eternity. There are fates worse than death. But I know some of you are thinking, Stephen, this can't be all true. Science is a skeptical, empirical-based process. And like, yeah, take the example of Richard Dawkins' God Delusion. What he's mentioned now, it's like, nah, the old gods are over there. He just wrote that book to throw everyone off the track. Okay, and then, for example, if two scientists, they have a disagreement on theory, then, well, they have to have a trial by combat. I mean, that's what we really mean when we say science is a system of trial and error. It's trial by combat and death due to error. We didn't find out the Earth was round because we circumnavigated it. No, someone just died. Yeah. But, I've got this horrible fear that one day my professor's going to walk to me with blood coming out of every orifice, say, Stephen, you've doomed us all, you've created a viral strain that's going to kill the entire human existence, we are all fucked. Do you not understand? The professor is swearing, this is a rare event, he's saying we're all fucked. 2-1. No! It's so close! 2-2 first. I'm Stephen Catling, thank you, good night.
Mr. Stephen Catling, Christ, what's going on here? Oh God, it's all going wrong. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to have a break once I get this sorted out. We're going to have a break, so get a drink, call a loved one, tell them that you love them, because apparently Stephen's doomed us all. We'll come back, we'll have 2 more really, really great acts, and we'll try and get all of you jobs. That's not really a guarantee, but you're welcome. Anyway, so, I will see you guys back in 20 minutes, so goodbye. Ladies and gentlemen, the man about to introduce the host of tonight, Mr. Jack Maidment. Thank you. Your compere, David Duncan. I don't know what that was, and I'm not happy about it. And I'm not gonna sulk, don't worry. Hey, how's the break, guys? Yay! It was a solid woo, that's great. Let's go talk to some more people. Hello, Standy man. What's your name?
I don't know, Dave. What is it?
Oh, Eagle.
Yeah, right.
Okay, what are you up to this summer, Eagle?
Missing you.
Oh. I can't know. This is the greatest day of my life. Nothing can go wrong.
Actually, I'll take that back, because I'm pretty sure
no.
Didn't you come to me earlier on and say, no, that man's scary?
I feel that I meet a lot of different people in this line of work. And, you know, you can't prove nothing.
It's recorded.
It is recorded. Right. Moving on. Let's delve further into the crowd. Hello, sir. What's your name?
Hello, Charlie.
Hello, Charlie. So, what are you planning to do over the summer, Charlie?
Probably not much.
No, you need to give me something, Charlie. I can't create worlds out of nothing.
I'm going to France for a week.
Good for well, yeah, that's good. Go to France for a week. Why only a week? Do you not like France? Are you doing it to spite France?
yes, I am. I'm just going to.
So you're going to go in, fuck shit up, and then just leave.
And then go, yeah.
Yeah.
After we're going to kick it out, didn't
They want to kick it out. Come on, Charlie. I'm sure they'll be happy to have you. I haven't gone on holiday in about 2 years. Not really for any real reason. Just I'm too lazy to renew my passport. So yeah. Hello, lady. You appear to be lounging. What's your name? Hello, and what are you, hello, Heather. And what are you planning on doing during? Going back, that's the best thing ever! Right, okay, guys, and I'll talk to the rest of you during this, but what drove you from Legoland? It's the happiest place on earth. Disney can fuck itself. Legoland's great. Oh, what, so you were living happily in Legoland? Slow knock came a knocking. Are you graduating in Legoland studies? Please say you are. Are you not? What's your degree? They both begin with L, that's close enough. Did you enjoy the Lego movie? No! That's the film of your people! What's going on there? My whole world is crumbling! Right, what I try and recover from that, what we're going to do is we're going to bring on our next act. So, Charlie, Heather, Scaryman. I'm going to need you guys to clap while I introduce Jack Nicholls and 20th century modernist poet William Carlos Williams. There we go. That's yeah. So okay. So start. So Charlie, start clapping. Okay. Get prepared first, Charlie. Now start clapping. Got it. Heather, scary man. Everybody, let's start clapping. Okay. So they're going to the stage. Jack Nicholls and William Carlos Williams.
This is just to say I have eaten the plums that were in the icebox, which you were probably saving for breakfast. Forgive me. They were delicious, so sweet and so cold. William Carlos Williams.
Dear sir, I'm writing to let you know that 1930s modernist poet William Carlos Williams has infested my house. He has left me a note and eaten my plums. Send an exterminator as soon as possible. Yours sincerely, Jack Nicholls.
This is just to say I have eaten the entire roast turkey that was on the table and which you were probably saving for breakfast. Forgive me. It was delicious, so filling, so dry. William Carlos Williams.
Dear sir, many months have passed, but I fear that 1930s modernist poet William Carlos Williams is still in my house. He has left me a note and ruined my Christmas. I realise that your council offices are not open on this festive day, but my wife is crying into our tree, and my darling son is weeping into the turkey carcass that William Carlos Williams has left. Please hurry up with the exterminator. Season's greetings, Jack Nicholls.
Forgive me. I have eaten the cigarette butts that were in the ashtray, and which you were probably saving for breakfast. They were delicious, so poisonous, so
I'm clearly not saving these things for breakfast. I'm sorry to say it, but I think 1930s modernist poet William Carlos Williams is toying with me. As you have still not sent an exterminator, I am constructing a trap myself out of cheese and broken glass. Yours, Jack Nicholls.
This is just to say, forgive me, I have eaten the broken glass that was all over the floor, and which you were probably saving for breakfast. It was delicious, so brittle, and so sharp.
He didn't even touch the cheese. He ate around the cheese. William Carlos Williams is mercilessly fucking with me. And well, I don't think I should have to stand for it, to be honest. My wife saw a glimpse of him last week while I was watching Holmes Under the Hammer. She says his throat was bleeding and that he was only growing more powerful. Later, she sat down to watch Holmes Under the Hammer with me, but she seemed distracted. And when I asked if it was because of the bleeding poet rampant in her crawl space, she smilingly called me a cunt. I am constructing a new trap, made only of the foulest, darkest, most arcane materials I can conceive of. Surely this way I will capture and kill the beast. May God have mercy on my soul.
Forgive me. I have eaten the steaming pile of dog shit that was all over the steps, and which you were probably saving for breakfast, but it was delicious. So horrible, and so much.
I really didn't think you'd eat the dog shit. My marriage is suffering. My angry wife shouted at me non-stop yesterday as I was gathering and distributing dog shit on my steps. I know that our marriage will survive this. We've been through so much and our bond is strong and true. But I really hope that this is the last we see of her.
This is just to say, I have eaten your wife's hair that was on the pillow beneath her head, and which you were probably saving for breakfast. It was delicious, so fibrous and so tickly.
Oh, she's left me. My son keeps asking me where his mummy's gone. Do you have any idea how hard it is to tell a 10-year-old anymore because Daddy didn't stop a poet from swallowing all of Mummy's hair while she was sleeping, like she was some kind of midnight scalp buffet. Well, I mean, it's not that hard because I just told him those exact words, but still, I've convinced her to come back around and talk it over and maybe take back her wedding ring.
This is just to say, I've eaten the wedding ring that was on the bedside table, and which you were probably saving for breakfast. Forgive me. It was delicious. So special. So round.
That was a fucking disaster. My furious bald wife shouted at me for 2 hours. And then left forever. Well, she may have her ring, but she'll never take my memories. Oh no, she'll never have my memories.
I have eaten the photo albums that were in the cupboard, and your wife's clothes, and the love letters she wrote to you, and that single nude Polaroid you had of her, which you were probably saving for breakfast. Forgive me, they were delicious. So nostalgic, and so personal.
Why are you doing this, 90s poet William Carlos Williams? How? Have you been sent here to torment me? From the 1930s? I fear for my son's sanity. He keeps calling William Carlos Williams Mummy. Why did I see Mummy in the garden cramming handfuls of soil into his mouth? My son asks, and I have no answers. We've spent the night packing. Tomorrow we're going to drive far, far from this place and leave 1930s modernist poet William Carlos Williams behind forever. I hope this is the last letter I send you.
Forgive me. I have eaten the parked car that's on you were probably saving for breakfast. It was delicious. So chewy. And so full.
Why would I be saving a car for breakfast? Everything we had was in the car. Why would I be saving everything I had for breakfast in a car? All I have in the whole world is my darling son.
Just to say, I have eaten your son that was playing in the living room, and which you were probably saving for breakfast. Forgive me, he was delicious. So young and so loud.
My son's been killed and eaten by a modernist poet, who's a cannibal apparently, and yet the council have done nothing this whole time. You win, William Carlos Williams, you win. I have nothing. After many deliberations, I have spoken to a priest, and he has consulted the scripture on this matter. He says it's very clear. Give William Carlos Williams what he wants. All I have left is me, so eat me, William Carlos Williams, eat me. I am tying myself to the dining room table, and lighting candles, and playing light jazzy music. Katie Melua or something. I am carving a pentagram on my stomach and putting mustard in it. Eat me, William Carlos Williams, eat me.
Sorry, I'm full.
Jack Nicholls and 1930s modernist poet William Carlos Williams there. Based off a true story. There we go. So, right, before I bring on my last act of the evening, let's get to know some more people. Hello, sir, you appear to be smiling, you're wearing a lovely jumper. What's your name? You do always wear this lovely jumper, Tom. I'm going to pretend that I don't know you. So, what's your name, sir?
Tom.
Tom! Okay, Tom, so what are you planning on doing during the summer?
I'm hopefully going to Edinburgh as well.
Again, this word hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay.
We would like to have a chat at some point.
We'd like to go, please.
Eggs may go, 3 may return.
Have you been replaced with an old crone? Tom, I think a troll is guarding the bridge to Edinburgh. Hey, that troll! We're going to have to answer riddles 3. Right, you, hatted man. What's your name, sir?
I'm Sam.
Are you Sam? Okay, so what are you doing what are you doing for holidays, Sam? Sam? Oh no, Sam, come on. What's wrong? What's wrong, Sam?
I'm leaving university.
It's all ogre. Oh, Shrek! You've Shreked me again! Back to the swamp ye. Right, now let's move on. Let's move ourselves all the way over to you, sir, at the back. What's your name?
Me, sir.
Yes, you, boy. What day is it?
My name's Andy.
Hello, Andy. And what are you doing over the summer?
Teaching ungrateful children to play the piano, I imagine.
As someone who's had a kind of history of teaching ungrateful children, I can only hope you're the best. And what I used to do, right, is because kids, think they know everything and they don't, right? This job broke me. Basically, one kid came up to me, right? My surname is Duncan. I'm called David Duncan. He went, "Sir," I taught him Croydon. He went, "Sir, what if I call you Dunkmeister?" I just turned to him and went, "I'll break your legs." And that's how you teach them. That's how you teach them. Fear. It's an efficient and good service. Right, I'll talk to one last human. Hello, sir.
Hello.
What's your name?
Alec.
Hello, Alec. So, what are you planning on doing over the summer? Maths. What kind of maths?
Pure maths.
Pure maths. So not that half maths everyone's going on about. Pure maths. So what makes pure maths? What makes maths pure?
Very broad.
Right, well, to be honest, I feel like you might need to research, Alec, because you're not giving me anything here. So what? So, go on.
It has no uses in...
Then why are you doing it?
I don't know. Why is it...
Alec, I haven't ruined your summer, Alec. We can't end on this note.
Somebody offered me money to do it.
Well, that's what I taught for a year. Right, so we're drawing towards the end of our time together, guys. So, 2 hours are actually worse than none. I found that out today. So before we bring on Patrick now. Teaching. Anyway, so before I bring on my last act, I'm going to get Alec to clap. I'm going to get Andy to clap. I'm going to get Tom and Sam to clap. So, excuse me?
Let's think about my name.
I did. Sorry. Sorry, what's your name again?
I don't know, anonymous compare.
Ooh. Okay, so can we start the clapping here? Move on. Okay, so can I please introduce my last act of the evening, Mr. Will Salter.
Hello, Lancaster. I am talking to Lancaster, the amorphous mass, not the special snowflakes with individual thoughts and feelings. I was in town the other day, you know town. I was in town and I went to Boots to get some toothpaste, and I thought, I'm going to get some moisturiser, because who doesn't love a lovely moist face? And I went to get some moisturiser, and obviously they're in the men's skincare section, because if there's one organ in the body that's separated by gender, it's the skin. And I went to get some moisturiser, and you guys, there's so many. There's so many different types of moisturiser. I couldn't choose. There's Radox, because you want to look radiant, and then there's Dove, because you want an end to God's wrath. There was one that caught my eye, and it was Bulldog, of course, is the animal in the animal kingdom which is renowned for its good skin. On the back of this Bulldog it said, Bulldog, packed with 8 essential oils and green tea. Like, green tea wasn't essential, they just put it in there. There's a Bulldog, gently cleanse your face of dirt and debris. Because clearly, finally there's a product that recognizes me as a man built to, pack dynamite and break rock. And finally, when I get home, I can gently cleanse the shards of iron ore and shale out of my face. Finally, this Bulldog product concludes, Bulldog, it's a man's best friend. Bulldog, like, Terry, it's Bulldog, yeah, I get it's a moisturiser, but it's a man's best friend, it's just a mate. Just a mate, no funny business, just a mate. Just a mate whose cream you squeeze out onto your face and smear across it every night. I've been thinking a lot, I've been thinking a lot about old adverts recently. Like, I've had a lot going on in my life. And I've been thinking about, in particular, there's this one old advert that used to get on DVDs. It used to say, you wouldn't download a movie, you wouldn't download a handbag, you wouldn't download a car. And I've been thinking about this advert. It's stupid, it's a completely stupid advert, because of course, I wouldn't download a movie, it's illegal. Hands up, how many of you have, illegally downloaded a movie? Yeah? Yeah, exactly. There's loads of you. There's all of you, and all of you. Yeah, exactly. Just keep your hands up. Yeah, police? Yeah, the doors are locked, yeah. There's a load of pirates in this room, illegal pirates who want... Yeah, I've got the... No. This generation. Oh yeah, they're staying here. Okay. Love you. Alright. Mum. There's one DVD I've been thinking about in particular. It's Back to the Future. I don't know if any of you have seen this film. Yeah, you have? That's crazy. For those who haven't, I'll explain Back to the Future to you. Basically, it's about this guy called Michael J. Fox, and he goes back in time, not to the future. He goes back in time to save his dad from getting bullied. I mean, in the 1950s, his dad got bullied by this guy, Biff, who was the cruelest bully, you guys. He was horrible. Well, later we find out, he's been horrifically abused by his grandmother, but he's horrible. And George J. Fox doesn't deserve this. George J. Fox, all he's done is he's so oppressed by society, he can't ask women out. He just has to sit in trees with binoculars and spy on them undressing. So yeah, George J. Fox, eventually Michael J. Fox, gives his dad enough courage to punch Biff in the face because he deserves this. Thanks for waiting. And he punches Biff in the face, and eventually he goes back to the future. He's being conceived now. He gets to make out with his mum. It's great. So he's back to the future, but the timeline is different now because Biff is no longer a horrible bully who bullies George J. Fox. He's horrible, actually. He's this weird, obsequious, servile, cowering man. I think he basically is a slave to the J. Fox family. He cowers around the house, slinking about like a gangrel creature. And he cleans the car and stuff lives in a kennel, I think. I don't know, it's not really explained. But this is really sad for a bully like me. I hate to see him like this. So Biff is serving this family, and at the end of the film, Michael J. Fox goes back in time for more adventures. It's great, everything happens, and then George J. Fox comes back. Not George J. Fox, sorry, Biff. He runs out into the street just in time to see Michael J. Fox take off into the future. And honestly, he runs out like Renfield, cowering. He's like, Michael, I got these matchbooks. It's disheartening because he's got this matchbook collection. That's all he has in his life. Sad, you guys. But basically, he comes out with this matchbook collection, and Michael J. Fox has gone to the future, and he says, "What the hell is going on here? This man's life has been a living hell, and now he sees that Michael J. Fox has pulled the strings, but he has no idea that he was horrible in some alternate timeline. As far as he knows, he just had a really horrible, shitty life, and he ended up as this slave to this white picket fence family. I don't know how this happened, but it's terrible. And often I wonder about oppressed peoples. I lie in bed at night and I feel so bad, that I can't do anything about them because I'm just, a white man living in Britain. I can't do anything about all of these problems that are going on in some foreign country. It's terrible, but I found one thing, I think I've cracked it, you guys. You don't need to feel guilt anymore for these people. Because I think that all of the oppressed peoples around the world have just pissed off Michael J. Fox in some way. In an alternate timeline. And that's what's happened. So you no longer have to feel bad about that. I mean, the people of North Korea, for example, they hate Teen Wolf. They won't buy any of the DVDs, even if they're in the bargain bin. Horrible. The citizens of Dresden historically make Parkinson's jokes non-stop. Now look at them. They didn't even know who Michael J. Fox was. Do now. So you see, by creating this, you know, massive pop culture theory, you know, wasting my time on that, and then using it to show how the oppressed peoples of the earth, really it's their fault, I have, you know, I've alleviated all your guilt. I'm a monster who should be stopped! I am Lancaster!
Okay, so we've come to the end of this long mystified journey. Thank you to be honest, I think I've spoken to almost all of you in this crowd. So just thanks for coming. Before we go, might as well plug some stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Yeah. So basically, on Saturday, right, I'm doing this sketch thing with a few of my buddies who will be coming up right now. No, come on. You said not you. In a sarcastic way. Right, so we're doing this show called, we're doing this show called Comedy is Dead. What? You're nervous? Bloody hell. So I've had to wrestle these goons in submission. And we've made this thing called Comedy is Dead. It's on the Saturday the 7th of June at 7:30. Falcon Room, tickets for £3. This is...
What? I'm trying. All you can ever do is try.
Just leave. But yeah, Comedy is Dead, so look forward to that. Thank you all for coming. I would like, can you give a cheer for all the acts? So, first, Mr. Jack Maidment, Mr. Stephen Catling,